Hi, hello, and welcome to the library. I hope that you are doing very well today. This is a very nice day, so I'm pretty happy. I've been pretty productive. This is very good. I was just before taking some notes on mumming. If you have been on the Discord server, you have seen maybe that I've posted a little blurb for next week about like mumming in Japan, and I've been doing quite a lot of reading these past few days. I won't talk too much about that right now because I want to save most of the information for next week. But yeah, I was going through a lot of different things. And it's very, very, very interesting. The way mumming has been like recaptured in Japan and then re-exported otherwise. I was reading also like, I'm halfway through it, but like a book called Mumming Management, Redefining Generosity by Paul Savage and Jan Pienari. Talking about how the mumming estate is trying to build branding, partnerships, and strategy nowadays within like a capitalistic ecosystem. So very interesting, and I'm quite eager to talk about that next week. This is a vampire stream today, indeed, because we're playing Bloodstained, a game that was released quite a while ago, 2028, I think. I can't remember exactly, but it's a game that was made by one of the people that worked for Castlevania, and he decided to do his own thing after leaving Konami. And the whole story of like Bloodstained was a Kickstarter that was like very successful. I've played like the companion game, the first companion game that was very retro, but I've not played like the main game, quote unquote. Did you have time to check your Discord, by the way? I did not today because I was a bit busy, but let me check Discord. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night cannot not be a vampire game. Yeah, it is a vampire game, or at least I do think it is. Oh, you have done Nanu. Incredible. She looks very, I don't know, mischievous in this particular drawing, but like, thank you so much, May. You are really one of the best. I'll either probably I will do like a sticker and like a stamp and an emoji, and I'll put that like on the Discord and on the Twitch channel, so like everyone can use them everywhere. But yeah, thank you so much, May. You are incredibly based as usual. It is unbelievable. By the way, let me while we are talking about that, how do I do this? Can I do this? I think it worked. So yeah, today we are. So I wanted to play other things. Initially, I wanted to go back to Marvelous, but Wednesday is obviously like a raid day. Why is my mic again like doing weird things with my model? I can't. I just can't. I need to find like a way to move this mic so I won't touch like the cable. I need to think about it at some point. So normally we raid like in the evening, but I think we are still in like a very interesting situation. Bloodstained, yes. Vi in the stream, this is very unexpected. I hope that you are doing very good. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to play Bloodstained because I felt like it was a good game to just stop, you know, at 2 hours or something like that. But if we're not raiding, I don't know. I don't know. We might be yapping at some point also. I just don't know. Next week probably will be, because I'm trying like to also schedule like my break. I want to take like 1 or 2 weeks for me at some point. So next week we are streaming, but the week after maybe I'm taking a week off. I don't know. So many projects. You are still a bit ill, but we move. I hope that you will be all right. I think like half of the static is going through, you know, something. It's a bit worrying, to be honest. Like flu in the middle of summer, one must be seeking it to get, you know, the flu in summer, but I hope that you will be like better, at least, you know, in the few days, but also like this afternoon. And for like, you know, tonight, I just don't know. I'm not sure I have any, you know, hope left for this week. I'm like, okay, this is like just a dead week at this point. I think we should do like the re-clears at some point. If only like for the book. Mine, no, not you. But there's you, you know, Cinder is also tired. I mean, it's just, we're so hopeful like last Thursday as well. I mean, last Thursday, I was cooked. With the power outage. I just don't know, because now it means that when we'll go back into like M8, it will be like cleaning up again like part 1. I would love to get like full re-clears with all 8 of us for loot, but I mean, at that point, I think loot is not making like a big difference. Obviously, like it's why are we doing like static logistics in my stream? I think like it would be obviously good like to get like the full loot, but at this point, it's not like problematic to not have like loot, I think. I don't think that is that much of a game changer considering like the DPS situation that we have. So just get the books, I think. I think we should get the books, and we should at least go into raiding so we can like not lose muscle memory, because I don't know. Raid leader here, hijack the stream. Hijack the stream when you want. I'm always very happy to have you on the stream, you know. Should pick up 14 again. You should pick up 14 again so that like you will be able like to sub for the static when we're missing someone, May. Trust. But yeah, like it's a weird situation all around. That's why like I'm not very, you know, I don't feel like the pressure to go immediately into the game and do things, because I know that we have time. May is VIP, let's go. Yes, I think like we talked about that with May at some point. I think it was on your stream, May. We talked about like VIP being a good thing like for other streamers and people that have been here like a long time. There's always like this situation where people also like give the VIP role to, you know, based on subs and whatever. And I think like this is not a competition. I think VIP is just like for the people that are a bit special. And like May is, you know, a fellow VTuber, fellow incredible streamer, and I think it's like a good thing. And she has been doing like a lot of drawings for us, so very good, May. But yeah, that's basically it on the raiding situation. You know, we'll clear some. Everyone is here. This is crazy. Hello, Kelly. I've seen that you are done with like work. So congratulations for surviving that long, and I hope that you will be able to rest a little bit. This game, yes, Bloodstained. I remember back then I've heard mixed things, mixed reviews about the game. So we are just like trying to discover that right now together. I think like the problem of Bloodstained is that, okay, yeah, the you know, director is like an ex-director for like Castlevania, but the thing is like Metroidvania, you have like so many of them, so it's hard to come up with something that is making you very I mean, just stand out in general. And to be fair, that's kind of like why Castlevania has like the traditional formula, or even like the post Symphony of the Night formula, it doesn't exist anymore, right? Castlevania is basically dead. And even like the opuses that I like a lot, you know, all the portable games, they are nice, but like all day, very innovative and stuff, nobody knows. I wrote a scathing review of this when it was released, because of like the structure, because like of, you know, quality of life and things like this. It is much worse than modern iterations. I mean, that's basically, you know, my problem with Metroidvania, but I also wanted to play the game and just, you know, play at some point. It's essentially modern Castlevania, but you should play like old school Castlevania, probably. Well, Symphony of the Night is kind of like the golden standard for for Castlevania. And even if you don't want to play like Symphony of the Night because you're playing like a man, you could play like all the other Castlevanias, like the portable games, or I think they're nice. The one where you play Maria is also nice. Like you have like opportunities to play like, you know, the very nice Lady Huntress, but I think all of the you have all of the DS one downloaded. You should play them. You should play them. I think they're nice. It's not trash. It's disappointing. Yeah. The problem with Bloodstained is that it's very difficult to clean. You scrub and it just won't come off. Exactly. Very, very detective peeled right here. Also for Final Fantasy XIV, why name change is so expensive? I mean +2. Literally +2. What is Vi talking about? We just don't know. We just don't know. But yeah, I mean, we will play the game, you know. I do not guarantee that we'll play the entire game. I will play the entire game at the very least. On stream, maybe not, because, you know, if it's not that good, perhaps I want to play something else. But, you know, also like in Bloodstained, you can play like a girl, so it's nice. But yeah, we have like so many games we need to progress. I think like some games are kind of like in the bin. I mean, streaming wise, I think Old Skies will never get back into it. I'll finish it like on my own. But yeah, very, very interesting. Woman. I mean, this is, I think it's in the tags of the stream, right? Like the LGBT tag. I try to not go overboard with my appreciation of women, but it should be well known. It should be well known. Speaking of that, like Genshin Impact released just a bit earlier, like from neutral, a lore, basically a lore teaser for Not Cry, and it's basically like centered around the Shades and Piero. So very funny, because like if you do not follow the lore of Genshin Impact, you're like, what is this trailer? I understand nothing. The War Redeem? The 6th War Redeem? This is going faster than I expect. My god, people are really saving for it. Can I War Redeem for Sonic instead? We'll play Sonic at some point. To be fair, okay. Because, you know, it was unrealistic to say, like, last week, we clear last week, and I play Sonic. When the tier will be finished. When the tier will be finished, I'll play Sonic. Maybe not here, but at least on private stream. I don't know. I know you want me to play Sonic. I will play Sonic at some point. Soon, trademark. I don't even like WoW, but the big number button, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point. I've calculated like the amount of points needed to like have the WoW stream on October. We'll play like a little bit of WoW, like we'll play like 1 week, something like that. 3 streams, be it like in 1 week or several. We should plan that. Like I don't want to play alone. We need people with me to play. So unfortunately, Sigrid, you don't have a choice. You will have to live up to, you know, your deeds. So we'll have to play together. You will be invited on stream to play. When this tier will be finished, I will play Sonic. I'm clipping, you cannot escape this. I mean, I am a woman of my word, so yeah. I don't know, we have like so many things to play. I want to play like more like small games, but we're also limited by only streaming like 3 times per week. It's complicated. It's complicated. I have like a list on Backlogged of all the things that might be interesting like for the stream, and it's just growing and growing and growing, and I don't know how I want to tackle it. I want to play more like RPGs, but it's just too long. Like Dragon Quest, we're still like in the game for quite a while, unfortunately, and I don't want to begin like another RPG at the same time. So it's a very unfortunate situation. I was thinking at some point, but like I kind of like discarded this idea because it would be like too much work to do like, you know, let's play things, and I post that as videos. So like I just have to edit things like on my downtime, so you have like a condensed video about like, I don't know, an RPG or something, but it's like impossible. I don't have the time. I have like so many projects. I can't do this unless like I have like an editor that I can pay, but I cannot pay an editor. You need to take your save files with you at this point. I mean, it is cooked. It is cooked. Because also like I don't want to do endurance stream for, I don't know why, but I don't want to do like streams that are 8 hours long, just because I could do them like on a physical, you know, if we are just talking about physical ability, I think it's not a problem. The problem surely would be that I'm busy. I need to do some research. I need to do some Japanese. I need to do like other things. And if I start like streaming like for 8 hours, then I've basically ruined my evening, and probably my friends wouldn't be very happy with me. She has a life. I mean, it's kind of like the unfortunate situation, and I kind of talked about that like on stream. Like I want to do more networking. I want to like spend more time in like other streams, but my problem is that I just don't have the time. I can't go there and spend some time. I want like to do collabs. I want to do things, but I'm just so busy like outside of stream that I'm not doing social media as I should do. I'm not like hanging out with the people that I really enjoy in this, you know, circles as much as I want, and it's making me almost like, you know, kind of like a sense of guilt, maybe, you know, not being able to send back the elevator for people. Will voice carry if we do an endurance stream? Probably. I mean, I'm first of all a known yapper, and like I've done a lot of things like that, like professionally, you know, teaching or like a lot of meetings. So like speaking is not too much of a problem, I believe. It's just like, yeah, I have other things, and like if we stop like streaming at midnight and it's like, oh no, I have like, you know, 2 hours of Japanese to do, and then I want to read and I want to like do some research. We are entering the very toxic situation where I'm finishing working at like 4 a.m. And I don't even have like the time to hang out like with people close to me. And then it's like back again to it like the next day, and it just snowballs into like burnout. Moderation is good. Always. It's always very good. But like, we'll do endurance streams, you know, at some point for, you know, special occasions. Probably for the, you know, 2.0 model. You have to spend time with me or I will cry. You know, that's how my friends are like tricking me. That's how my friends are tricking me. Gotta clone yourself. I wish. At the very least, I wish that days would have like 1 more hour, because it would really change my life. And to be fair, like, you know, that like days are getting longer and longer, you know, because of just the fact that the rotation of the Earth is like slowing a little bit. So like on a galactic scale, like days will get longer and longer, but we don't really feel that. You need that energy drink plus coffee combo to unlock the 25th hour. I just cannot like energy drink and coffee. This is basically something that I will never drink for, you know, energy purpose at the very least. I'm kind of like, this is a bit, I don't know, you know, if like I'm the only one to think like that or not. But for me, it's kind of like, oh yeah, you're using like, you're making energy drink and coffee like a crutch. And then you'll be in the situation where you cannot go in your day without this. And I think like this is the case with like my best friend, who was like, oh no, I don't drink coffee. You know, I drink coffee sometimes with people when I'm getting invited and they are just, you know, serving coffee, but I will not drink it for myself. I don't need that. And now my best friend is like, oh no, I need coffee in my life because like I need coffee even like, you know, whatever the hour, because I will just crash down if I don't have my coffee. And this is the situation where I really do not want to get into that. I don't want to be dependent on coffee to go through my day. I think for me, it's better to try to better pace myself instead of like, oh, continuing to work as much as I do and trying to get through with, you know, energy drink and coffee. And then if I stop drinking them, like it's cooked. I get very jittery from energy and then I got eepier. Yeah, I mean, like it depends on people, right? Like the effectiveness of coffee. This is why I don't drink coffee when I wake up or even early. But you cannot write without it though. But it's more of a ritualistic thing. I mean, I do get like the ritualistic thing because like when I'm working on something very serious, I need like some tea. So I do understand. It's not even like for energy or whatever. It's just I like having something to sip. You know, besides water, to be able to work properly. Coffee is a slippery slope because it tastes so good. I mean, I do agree, but like for me, it's a very specific, you know, it has to be like, you know, high quality coffee, like done properly, quote unquote. And first of all, it's a bit expensive. I don't have like the machine that my friends have to do it. So it's complicated. Coffee is amazing for baking. Coffee is amazing for cooking in general, to be honest. Like there's a lot of very interesting things that you can do, which is the same thing with chocolate. You know, there's a reason why you put like cubes or you know, just some chocolate in your sauces when you're cooking, because it is giving like the actual richness that you are seeking in a dish. And I think this is something that you see when you grow like a bit older and you understand that some flavors that you don't necessarily like are actually very important to bring like all the flavors of a dish. Which is like, I don't know, for example, like everybody says that, oh, you should like always, you know, season your things at every step. And that salt is very, very important when you're cooking. And this is true. But then when you get really into it, you learn that, oh, sourness is very important. Bitterness is important. Richness, that is kind of bitter also, is very important. Like there's also sugar. Sugar is very important, especially, you know, if you handle like spices, because like the sweetness is cutting through the spice. And that's why Cantonese cuisine is not just a spicy cuisine. This is also a very sweet cuisine because it will bring balance to the dish. You drink it out of your food, in your food, through your food. I think sege is a bit too coffee pilled. Tiramisu. I mean, tiramisu is like just so good. It's just so good. I think like the most annoying thing in tiramisu is that you have to wait for it, you know, to kind of like solidify in the fridge. It's like, oh, you're making your tiramisu, but like, oh no, it's not over. You need to wait like until, you know, tonight or like the day after. And this is always like the frustrating thing. Me on my 5th cup of the day, I have no idea what you're talking about. She is kind of an addict. She's kind of an addict. But that's exactly why I do not want to get into coffee. My friends are into coffee, and when they're talking about coffee, I'm like, I get it. I get like on, you know, spiritual, on a, I don't know, intellectual level, what you're talking, and I'm sure like it's very, very good. But if I start, it's over. And I think like it's much more devious than tea. Okay, we have been yapping like for half an hour, so it's time to get into the game. So let me just bring that in here. We go there and we go here. The game is so loud in my ears, I will literally die. So, okay, that should be a bit better. Tell me if the sound is not good, but I think from what I'm seeing, it should be all right. Okay. I don't know, we'll play a little bit and we'll see if it, you know, it's like, I was aiming for like 2 hours and a half this stream, so we can, you know, take that as a baseline for the stream. New game. Okay, so this is kind of like how you see that certain games are a bit cooked. It's because, oh yeah, it's really like a Japanese Asian game because the font is so bad. Miriam. I mean, I can call myself Miyabi, I think. This is a special mode intended for players already familiar with the story and the progression of Bloodstained. Aurora. Okay, so you can play like other characters, a bit like, again, like old school Castlevania. Miriabi, font of all time. The sound is so loud, it's crazy. I'm sorry, I need to put that down like even more. Okay. Well, we'll play as Miriam. We don't have a choice. We need to play in normal difficulty. Okay, very interesting. So it's kind of like a 3D game also. They added those later. I've only played Miriam. And now they only think about money. Oh, interesting. One day we'll have like, you know, I'll do like history lectures on all those things. Average Luddite Revolution. It uses 3D visuals, but yeah, it's like 2D and a half. Poor decision on it. I think so. I think that's why, you know, I enjoyed like the companion game, Curse of the Moon, but I've never played this one. But also I think like 3D visuals, like it costs a bit less to do. Because you can like work with a lot of, you know, base assets. And though the church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. Okay, okay. As for the Shardbinders, they were presumed to have... But this is a story about vampire, right? Or is it not? Because they're just talking about like rituals, but... Jeeble. We'll have to draw the same thing multiple times for all angles, exactly. You just have to animate like the model once and it's done, basically. This is not explicitly vampires. -2. You will see, okay. The implicit vampires. I mean, one day, Miyabi vampire outfit. Just trust. Johannes, very interesting. A world beginning in a ship, on a ship. Okay. I mean, I mean, I don't vibe with the art style, but you know what? It's okay.
Johannes, are you certain?
It is dubbed. The entire game is dubbed.
It was Jeebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe.
It's so hard to
I
believe.
wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
It doesn't matter.
I know how you
For
feel.
better and worse, interesting.
Facts are apparent. And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to...
Oh yeah, okay, like he is...
no forgiving.
Johannes is in his redemption arc.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously not enough.
Obviously not enough. Her design is so cool and Johannes looks so chopped. To be fair, +2. I wanted to do the exact same comment.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead.
The
If
task
Jeebel is
ahead.
responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it.
I don't know.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something.
Okay.
10 whole years.
10 whole,
What
10
about me
whole
and that
years. He looks so muddled.
wish
I
had
mean,
an answer.
that's what normal humans look like.
All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. By
Arcane.
observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh,
What if this story? What is this dialogue?
Should get ready. I have the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on.
Okay, okay. A gun can be A gun can be shot by equipping a consumable bullet. When you run out of the type of nanana, you don't I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so I kick. She is kicking. Knife and kung fu shoes. Okay. But we have also like a very powerful... Oh, because there's a collab with like Shantae or something like that? Is it just a better weapon? And I like swords, you know? So... Yeah, okay, but like... I guess it's changing also your character, so I... Shantae is such a Gunner game. We can't do this. We can't do this. Oh, yeah, an accessory, it's not. Okay, so I can at least put that. Very interesting. If I have mod powers here, I watch out. Very interesting. Very interesting. Shard. Half genie fireball. Good.
The next order of business.
Okay, we will skip like a lot because I don't think it's very nor interesting or good. Conjure Shard. Cerulean Splash. Launch a bouncing ball of water at enemy. Okay, so that's our spells. Swords are cool. I mean, I am a known sword enjoyer.
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
Why are we yapping so much? This is a Metroidvania. We should like get right into it.
The strength you gain from it is undeniable.
Undeniable.
But eventually, the crystal will devour you.
I
+2.
thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
Okay,
I know
okay.
my limits better than anyone, and I'm going to need all the power I can get.
I mean,
If I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it
she
before.
has a nice voice, I will say. The voice actress is quite good.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter.
You need a poorly written young adult novel about backstory and mechanics before the game starts. Very, very good.
Promise you won't push yourself.
What?
How did they get inside?
How did they get inside? The game resembleth the chatters.
The demons from the castle must have
Oh, you think
infested the
my
ship.
chatters are like basically a young adult novel collection of characters?
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
Okay, but also like we are so slow with the sword, I think. Okay, if you do that, you can kind of like cancel the animation, but I need to time it. Okay, I see. We will talk your ears off. I mean... Oh wait, it's a... Okay, interesting. What the... Oh, because I can... No, I can only... Oh, I can strike downward, but not upward. Okay, so I only... Okay, I see. A potion, okay. I mean, I've played Symphony of the Night. We do enjoy the yapping. I do enjoy also yapping as the yapper, so... Oh yeah, I see. Okay, so we have like directional thingy here. Oh my god, we can't see anything. What is this art style? It looks like literal... very good. I love when I get seasick just from a game. Can you dash onto me so we can like do something? Am I gaining? Do I have like... I can kill you for XP or whatever, right? Realistic game. Getting you seasick. Immersion. I hate this. I don't have a dash, or do I? Oh, I have a back dash. Okay. I have the back dash. Very good. Can you come like at a height where I can like... Okay, I see. A country dress. Okay. I mean... Oh, and there's also like a sort of... I cannot backdash in the air. Very, very, very unfortunate. My shield cancel. Can I beat you? Oh, you're okay. I see. Oh, you're so annoying. I can't jump that high yet. Oh, I see that we are friends also with that account, so I can see you. I can see you starting to play Risk of Rain 2. I'm in my C area, so this boat level is peak. Era, okay. You're Scandinavian, you will always be in your C era. +2. Mine is busted. I can see you. Okay, slide. Oh, that's the way we should like advance, because I think it's the fastest way. A tunic, but it should be worse, right? There's a chest in here. Potion. Okay. Can I should also be wary of any... Oh yeah. Was it marked on the map? I don't remember. I kind of like just attacked by virtue of like knowing that like all those games have like a lot of secret rooms, but I don't know if they are marked on the map. I should pay attention. A secret or not marked. Okay, so we should like try to attack every wall basically. My distance. Oh, okay, and this is like, is it like something I need to farm, like the shards? Or is it like 100% drop? Aim and then release to activate. But we already have like a thingy, right? We already have like a directional... Okay. Candles can drop mana rose when destroyed. Slightly, okay, for MP purposes. Or the fact that we cannot attack like upwards, it's very, very strange for like a modern game. Sugar. No, this is obviously like the end of the hall. Everything feels like also like a bit, I don't know, a bit... rigid? Like, we played like the lit game, and it was not as rough, I think. What is she talking about? What do you mean baking subquests? Are we cooked? I mean, again, you know, there's a good chance that we won't finish the game on stream, like SP rounds, like for a gun or whatever. I mean, I can feel that we have like a weapon that is quite strong, because I don't think we should be able to kill all those enemies that fast. Oh, the backward, the downward like strike is slightly annoying, to be honest, because the range is so short. A map. Okay, so I can explore the entire thing now. Oh, it's a bit unfortunate. There was something there we should have gone to, but probably we can come there afterward. So yeah, let's explore the lower level first. My save room. The daily game was so pretty. I mean, we should probably play the Toho game or like the other games that they were, you know, making. I had a good time, I think. More Deadlit content. I don't think there are more like... I need to check like what games they are like in the record of the Lodos War series. There are probably like some RPGs, but maybe they're not translated. But I should see like if... I'm a bit stupid, obviously. Oh yeah, because obviously it's hurting me on the way back. But yeah, we should... I can't go there. We should try to find like other, you know, even like just pixel art games. I think like I am a known pixel art enjoyer. Can you come here? I'm a known pixel art enjoyer, so I should... Yeah, we are so slow. I should find like other games that are similar to that. What are we doing? What are we exploring here? Okay, this was like a scripted event or whatever. Okay, we can't go through here. claymore. But this is the same thing, but also I guess it's slower but has more range. They sure? Oh, it's literally like the slowest thing in my entire life. Give me back the give me back the risky blade. But there's also the pistol. But the pistol is consuming ammunition, right? You need ammunition infinite round. Oh, it's so slow. Literally unplayable. I am a dex quick build type of person. Corn seed, rice seed, potato seed. What do you mean? Like, there's also like sort of farming minigame? Really, it touched me. Oh, we did like more damage, so they have like some sort of weak points. Okay. Another save room. Crown, Princess Crown +2, Elf Woman Enjoyer check, Pixel Art Enjoyer check. I mean, I'm a very simple woman, you know? I don't ask a lot in my life. Let's go like below. Really. And explore the room on the left that we missed. I would be... No, okay. You're respawning on every room? What are they doing? Pixel art elf woman. I saw like someone recommend like a series, a manga, anime, I guess, because there's a new anime adaptation or whatever. And this is like a, you know, an elf with like white hair, and I was like, damn, I just can't escape it. I'm a very simple woman. Oh, okay. If you do the fetch quests, you'll be really happy they do that, because the fetch quests are poorly designed. You'll be really happy they do that. What are you talking about? They do that? What is that? You know, that I'm talking about things, but I forgot what I was talking about like in a few seconds. So you have to remind me what, you know, is the current topic of conversation. Are they spawning? Oh no, okay, you mean like the respawn, yeah. Oh, we need to farm like objects like from them. It's so cooked. Are you moving? Like, can I get into it? Okay. Oh, this is not what I wanted to do. Very interesting. Oh, I can like, okay, I can deal damage by doing this sort of, I don't know, slide. But there's no purpose because it's just too far away. They sure we need something and come back at a later point, I guess. We can destroy that, but I guess we want to explore at least those two rooms. What are you? What are you? Can I kill you? Some money. And you shouldn't. I mean, you know, I have also like issues with like completionism. I love suffering, basically. Very cool and cute. Okay, cute, maybe this is something like I see the vision. Oh wait, it's just that. But I prefer, I don't know, cool is not something that, you know, I'm aiming for in my life. What is a man? A miserable... Oh, not me. Not me. I'm not cool and I'm not cute. Interesting.
It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
I hope they change these, but on release, talking about Callie. Oh, about Callie. I mean, Callie is very cool and very cute. This is true.
And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
It's just as bad.
No! No, there you are. Very wrong.
You are very wrong. Very bad dub, by the way.
Alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned.
Sorry. What is this dialogue? What is this? Who wrote that? Who wrote that? And I think like the English translation is not helping because it is so kitsch and so lame.
Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like to no longer be human.
I don't know.
I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you, Broken. Convinced I was a monster.
This is nonsense. I've changed my mind. You will reshuffle me?
Our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. I'd given
Wow.
up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Don't you remember? Oh, I can't. I'm so evil now. I cannot come back to the way of good.
Master Jeeble, we must return.
Interesting design.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Miriam, I tire of reminiscing with you.
I'm not Miriam. I'm literally Miyabi.
You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me.
The guy is very Phantom of Opera. Yes, but kind of like the Wish version.
Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers
The
of hell.
powers of hell.
If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen.
Could not be him.
Come, Gregory.
Why is Bro trying to like aura farm?
Jeeble, wait!
Wish Sephiroth and Wish Phantom +2. What the... Oh, we're already fighting like a sexy lady? Well, sexy is, you know, debatable, but... Oh. Oh, but okay, you have like a swipe. I see. But it's unreadable. The game is unreadable. Okay. I can't avoid it that way. What do I need to attack? What do I need to attack? Should I counter those? Eh? Okay, you are like... Eh... What is it? It's unreadable. It doesn't make any sense. What are we doing? She's doing a swipe. But I don't know where I need to attack. It's like, why can I touch you from here? I don't understand. The game is slightly cooked, I will say. How much health do you have, by the way? Are we here like for 2 hours? kill the kelp? I think so. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is the worst boss I ever played in a Metroidvania. You can just level infinitely. Oh, so we will be like over-leveled at some point?
I saw it. Just a flicker. That was the Jeeble I know.
That was the Jeeble I know.
I will put...
There's a worse one. Very interesting. What is this opening? Bloodstained. What are we doing here? I don't think this game is very good. I think we'll play it once and never again.
We're here.
I'll probably talk, if I finish the game like on my downtime, I'll talk about it. I should just stream the Act 2 of Clear Obscure, I think. We would have more fun.
Was this a village? What happened to it?
Really sad part is that the beginning is better. What the heck?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right.
All right.
Wait. Let me clear the area.
It would be a nice palette cleanser, but I've not started like the game on stream, so like it's a bit hard for me to justify, you know, streaming from Act 2 onwards. But it was nice. I finished Act 1. It was nice. I saw the thing coming from quite a while ago, but it was nice. Wait, and now we are using our feet to attack? It's not even like...
Thank you, Miriam. You know who I am?
You know who I am? What was this walk animation? Dominic.
This is our plan. Yes, the church sent me. As you can see, I know a thing
Average.
about killing demons.
Average non-design in Japanese game. What do you think of the game after Act 2? I need to play the game again, but like I have like so many things I have to do, and every day I'm like, oh, I should like play a little bit of like Clear Obscure, and it's like, oh no, it's too late, and I don't have the time to. The game is 80 on Metacritic, I guess. I mean, 80 on Metacritic is not very good. It's not very, very good.
And the church, you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johann.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important, but she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
To be armed with all the facts.
I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jeeble is responsible.
Castle lamented that much you spoke to him.
I find it curious that just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder after exactly.
You're right. It is. Doesn't get to drag Miriam into this.
I mean, you can drag me anyway. Like, we want to, you know.
Oh, do you I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village.
An informed choice.
Forcing you, Miriam. You don't have to. I gave Jeeble my word that I would stop. Thank you, Miriam. Pardon.
Pardon me?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right? I'm all right.
I'm alright, thank you.
You are quite welcome.
Anne,
What a lovely name. Anne, you shouldn't be out here.
Alright, is she just... Okay, this is it. What the heck is this dialogue? What are we going through right here? We just don't know. We just don't know.
I did some look.
Yes.
Johannes,
What?
Felicia is trained in combat. That's not the point. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Let me.
Thank you.
So I guess I can. It's a later edition. I don't remember her. Maybe she's just a merchant or something, like, right? The same thing as the Fire Emblem games. Can I buy things?
Oh, hello. Since the
Sell items.
money. No.
Money.
Wait. Of course, I am not.
Shards.
And more important,
Corruption.
I still recommend selling your. All right. I think that. What are you looking to buy?
We should buy some potions. Probably. Or we can buy also. But I guess equipments, you can find like better equipments. A katana. I see the vision. I see the vision.
What are you looking to sell? What are you looking to sell?
Uh,
Oh, thank. They all. I know. Dominique. That. To put it more.
Photographic. What is going on? What is going on in here? It's like we have like no concrete objective.
I know.
So, but the
Alchemy. The alchemist.
transmuting this time.
What is my own reaction to this? Okay, so we can create things.
I'll go with this.
This is my whip arc, obviously.
Once I've transmute, I'll do my bit. But when it also each shot, try it when you.
I think.
What is he talking about?
Bring me with proper nutrition.
Oh no, proper nutrition.
It's
We can cook. Can we? What is he talking about?
Johanna.
Don't drop a lore. Oh no, it's the type of game where you have a lore drop every time you're like talking to
Yes.
the NPCs, like the merchants. I can't. I just can't. Leave me out of this hell. Yeah. Okay, let's try to, have some gameplay. Who are you?
You there? It was awful. Those monsters.
Where are they?
Dead, most.
Okay, but why do you...
Husband included.
Why is the dub like so angry?
Those devils have to pay.
If it's.
Oh, thank you. Well, I want you to hunt down.
All right.
Oh, so she's like a quest.
Help.
Don't you love a game that drops every mechanic all with exposition all at once at the beginning? I had this woman. I think this is literally peak. I think... Oh yeah, this is better. This is very good. And the range is pretty... Oh, do you have a... So this is kind of like an upward slash, and this is... No, okay, I see. It's literally, it has, the enemies have literally no form. It's not very, appealing visually. We can gain things again, and that's how you sell shards, I guess. Don't worry, they get worse. 8 bitcoins, what are we doing? Rats. A giant rat. It was only rats. And the rat just like stood on its 2 real legs. What are we doing here? Where am I going? What is this game? But I can't go down. Eh? Sorry, I'm just a bit flabbergasted. That's all. Oh, not the law, not the law, not the law. A surprise gift. So you have a literal like fighting game combos in here also. Interesting. I feel very validated by your reactions. Some people will say that I'm a hater, that like I don't like games. That I'm very difficult in general. But this is just a bit like, this is literally the opening of the game. I don't think you're making a good impression. You know, that the game starts strong and that for some reason it like crumbles along the way. I kind of get it. Especially in like Metroidvania, but like here it's just, okay, we just cannot go there. Or can we? Why was the door red? Where are we going? A forbidden... Can we go there? Can we swim? But we can't go down. We can't go down. Like, we need... we need haters as much as we need the chills. But I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I swear I'm not a hater. I just like good games. Look at other modern Metroidvania. I mean... To be fair, what was the last good recent Metroidvania? Honest question. And Lilies, I've not played those. I need to play those, to be honest. Okay, so now we are really entering the castle a la Symphony of the Night. Everything is so slow, by the way. My timing is... Oh my god. Why is the swipe so... Why are they spawning like that? This is like the worst thing of all time. What is this? Why is the portrait like this behind? What is bro trying to do with that face? Oh, I swear, what is happening in this game? What? Okay, okay. Oh, the thing is like stuck in the air or whatever. I don't know. I'm really trying to find some redeeming qualities here. But you know, it's like the more you search, the less there are things coming to my mind. And then you're in this position like you have spent too much time not saying anything positive. So if you say something positive now, people will know that the tonally inappropriate music isn't doing it for you. I mean, the opening of like Symphony of the Night is so strong. Why? Oh, it's a free hit. Okay. And even like, you know, the Castlevania 1 did it better. Like, the cat is aura farming, but why is the cat like with one eye closed like this? It looks like AI generated painting even before it was a thing. Who are those people and why is the art style so inconsistent like between the paintings? I can't. I need to play those games, to be fair. I just want to play good games, you know, at least on stream. Like, I don't mind playing bad games, that's kind of my thing, but I tend to only do it like for, you know, personal purposes. Like on my own. Why is there like, you can go below but we cannot? I guess we need to like cleanse the... Oh, you should like interact with all those things, like for the journal or whatever that nobody is reading. I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. Map completion. If I speak, big trouble. Big trouble. Okay, let's go here first. I'm usually a Metroidvania enjoyer, but what is this? I hate myself. And the animations are crazy also, like, you should have like less obstructive, I think, animation as an enemy on like Metroidvania. Oh my god, this French. Okay, so what was the point of being here, exactly? What is this input, by the way? Okay, yeah, okay. It's good. I kind of hoped for a little bit more. Oh yeah, about like, and the manual there. Who are you? Miriam? Alfred? That fool of an apprentice.
All that is in the past.
Don't I deserve it? You were like a father to me.
Or not. Or not, it seems.
Enough, child.
What are you talking
What? Oh, exactly.
Then let us keep it that way. Alfred, how... You can answer... All that matters is that I...
Book?
Make no mistake. Not even you should touch it. I don't have time to argue.
What?
You know full well my power exceeds you. Otherwise...
Are we fighting? No, we're not fighting. It was just like exposition.
Here because something didn't feel right.
Something didn't feel... I mean, like the entire village has been, you know, destroyed. Of course something isn't right.
Johannes,
It's the guild used...
a book like
Like, books shouldn't exist. Mystical powers, reviving the dead. Good point. Dominic might know what to do. Exposition from a PS1 tier model. Bro just went back. I don't have the key. And why is the game so ugly also? What is this? Like, you have like literal like waterways in your castle that like for no reason. Wait, is this there? So every time you transition between like areas, you have this weird like buffer room for like literally no reason. Because the game is trying to do like a sort of like Symphony of the Night, like changing the castle thingy also, or oh, the animation lock. The animation lock is like so annoying. What? Are you like a pig flying like fungu? More water equal more good. I mean, I have an obsession with like waterways, but this is unrelated. It's a holdover from Symphony of the Night because he's learned nothing in 30 years. I mean, it's like, even like, where are we going? Where are we going?
Fancy a ride?
Why?
The Rob, of course. A shame you don't have a giant hand.
What is he talking? Like, you can't see my reactions, like, because when we'll have like the 2D model, I think playing those games will be interesting because I'm making weird faces, but like, oh, everything is so similar, but in such like a bad way. It is impressive. Miyabi 2.0 will be good. I should... Yeah, it will be at some point. Like, I'm waiting for the confirmation of the project for the contract, like, you know, within the month. And then I'll be able to, you know, work with the artist on the actual concept of what we want to do, and it will be nice. This shot thing, like in the middle of like, where are we doing? What are we doing? What is this enemy placement, by the way? Oh, I don't have like any potions, by the way. I need a save room. I need a save room. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know where we should go. This is very interesting. Oh, really? Everything is so unreadable because of like the 3D models or whatever. It's just bad. There's no secret room in here. Interesting. Wait, that was like a weapon, right? The little boots. So annoying. I don't know how, you know, important it is for me to... Like, if I die, where do I come back? Like, at my last save or at the latest checkpoint? Like, do I need to... If I die, is my progress, like, lost? Or do I just come back to my... to the last save room, is my question. Oh my god, it's so bad, it's so bad, it's so... I don't remember. No, I don't want to be here because like there's the big one. I don't understand why sometimes my hits are like slightly faster than usual. Oh wait, I can't come... Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It's the worst design of all time because there are so many like... Oh my god. Like, how can you like design a game like this and like be proud of yourself? Oh no, it's here. I could have come here. Okay, I'm just stupid. We need to get the chest like that we can see on the map. At the end of the day, it's just not fun. It's just like a lot of very weird, very weird decisions. And it's like, why? Oh my god. Oh wait, do I need to do like the entire thing? Marvelous. Oh, your animation is so weird. I mean, you know, they are doing like, there will be a sequel from the game. That's what's prompted me playing this game. There will be a sequel next year, but I hope it will be better than that. Because like this is untenable. Not just proud, but like self-important. I mean, it's just not good, right? Like, map design makes literally no sense. The game has no coherence. The cover image looks so good, and I think like the companion game was alright. The companion game was like, you know, decently entertaining. But this is... There's a cave on top of the castle. But because it is not on top when the castle will be reversed, right? Oh, the animation is so cooked. Okay, underground castle easy. The layout is utterly meaningless. There's no sense of like progression, right? Of like, you know, meaningful progression. It's like we are transitioning from one zone to the next, but it doesn't make sense at all. Can I come back to this stair if I fall? I don't think so. Okay, let's stay on this floor because we're losing a lot of time by doing like back and forth for no reason. And it's also like, I think that we never find like MP orbs, and I feel like very disincentivized to use like any like MP skills. Or the fact that I cannot backdash like in... Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Evil sentient architecture. Okay, so this is my teleportation room. Why do they all have like insanely like long range attacks? Like it's almost as if the game is telling you that you should play, but you should really play like gun only. Oh my god. Oh my god. We need to do more damage, by the way. Stop right here. Is this my boss room? What the... I can't remember. I've seen only videos from like the, 3D Castlevania game. Okay, so when will you become my friend, by the way? Why is his gameplay better than mine, by the way? Oh my god, the range! He's the... can't be as bad as Devil May Cry 2. +2. I mean, Devil May Cry, like the odd... the even-numbered Devil May Cry is just... it's just something. Okay, no, so I'm back to my previous save because the room was not like discovered. Okay, you don't have to talk. Okay, yeah, but I can't. Can I? Okay, I can. No, I can't cancel with my. Like, my animation lock is crazy. How? Literally how? Phase 2? I'm not ready for that though. Do we have like the strength to like take him? Maybe my weapon is not that good because I don't know, the animation lock is so bad. It might be better, to be honest, just because I don't have the animation log. It's so funny how like you're so disincentivized to play anything else than this, like the boots, just because of like how the game is. Yeah, I think it's just better because it gives you more control. Okay, I can't pass you here. Or you can like... Because this is a 3D game, like they really have made like a... Oh my god. Like the hitbox. And why do I have a stun on this leg weapon? Oh, you can turn in mid-air? Okay, grading. You're also not using those chance ability, but like they use MP, right? I don't really have like I can't recover like MP during fight, so I don't know. I feel like they are extremely expensive for what they are in terms of like... Oh yeah, in terms of like MP consumption. But it's just kind of like the problem of the game. I don't really understand what the game is trying me to, you know, to do. In general. Oh yeah, you have to play bots. The bots are just too strong, I see. You don't have a choice in here. Okay, I think I have like the fight in my head now, so probably it will be fine. She says while taking like a free hit. You turn around every time, I know. Okay, this is like the worst fight possible. Really? Oh, the turning around is so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. What a game. What a game. Really? And what touched me here? Oh my god. I'm in this situation where it's like, should I like insist? Or do I need to... Do I need to like... Really? Oh my god. There's still like an animation log that... I can't escape that. I can't escape that unless I do... Oh my... What? I mean, we have unlocked like a teleportation room, so technically what you should do is like check other things and come back later. But at the same time, Do we want to explore like the entire gardens? It's like there are 1 million different things to do. And we haven't unlocked like a teleportation room like to the tavern. I don't want to insist like on this boss too much, but I know that I can beat him if I play like a bit safe. Oh, you turn around. And I have like no movement like options in mid-air, and it's really like making my life harder. How did you touch me? By if I cannot dodge like in mid-air, there's nothing I can do against his attack because like he's swiping from like behind his head to like really forward with like a downward strike. So even if I try to like avoid like to the right, he will like catch me. What touched me here? Literally, what touched me? I took damage before he even like shoot the arrow. Oh my god, what is this game? How is this game? Like I should like, probably I can, if I go by potions, maybe it should be enough. But at the same time, there's no teleportation room between like the village. Oh, the animation lock for the backdash is crazy. Okay. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. It's insane. I missed it. When you play Jump King, it would be better than this game at the very least. Is there like... This is the... Because this is the village, right? Oh my god. Are we doing this? Okay, I'll trust you. I'll trust you about the existence of like the teleportation room. Let's try to like go back and get it. But also, I just want to play like, you know, good and interesting. Interesting, I don't know. Story games. Never trust me. I mean, we can't beat the boss without some, you know, potions and stuff, so I'll go back to the village anyway. We should farm money. I mean, like, at least take the money that... Oh, are we killing them in one shot by... Wait, are the chests like reappearing? And sometimes I'm only doing like 3 damage. Oh, because, okay, I see. What is doing like 15 is basically my hit with like the boot, and the blade is adding like a little bit on top of that, I think. I mean, I will say, and I really mean that, like, with, you know, all the respect that I can have for people making games. But if you release that, whatever the year of release was, and you think that this is like a good addition to the genre, and that you're trying to push things like forward, you should consider like a change of career. Because literally, like, all the money that you got was from like a Kickstarter riding on basically like the legacy that you had like while working on the Metroidvania series. But it's literally adding nothing. By the way, how do I go back to the village? Can I go back to it? Oh no, okay, you need to hit the Who would think that like putting the enemies and having their dash not like at the distance where you're striking, at the height where you're striking, is a good idea? So my question is the teleporter like up there? Okay, it is. Why would you put the teleporter up there? Are you crazy? Are you literally crazy?
Here's what I've... Good.
Good. Let's never talk again, please.
Hi, Mir. What are we transmuting this time?
I don't know. Literally nothing you have is interesting. Maybe like the blue skies, but like it's the same attack. Imbued with an ice DD. Oh my god, oh my god. You have 1 million or so things you can already craft.
I'll go with this.
Ooh, I like it.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
Oh,
No, please, please do not dump your lore on me every time I'm talking to you. I beg of you. I will beg on my knees even, but please. Nobody wants to hear the story. We said we needed to buy like potions. Let me purchase potions. Yeah.
Is this right? Then we have a deal. Thank you.
Thank you for not dumping lore on me. Oh, I'm very glad to play like Trials of Innocence again on Friday. Why is this so cooked? I'm fine. I'm doing alright in my life. We need to go to the save room to save ourselves some time, else I will die. We agree that because we're reloading a save every time, I don't care. I was thinking, and it's like, I don't care about like killing enemies. Because we are reloading a save when we die, I do not lose my potions, right? If I fail this fight. Surely. Also, those boots, like, when I strike, it's very... I need to like jump to start moving again. Okay. Really? I should have avoided to the right. Oh, because, oh, the boots are making me like walk onto ice or something like this. Stupid. Okay, I can't avoid you because I cannot like pass through you. Okay.
How many times
And I say, what is the difference?
in the, but
Shut up. Nobody likes you, Zongetsu. Nobody likes you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I apologize for my
I don't
actions.
want your
I
apology.
had no right
Your
to
apology.
speak to you like that.
He needs to go. He needs to go. And hi, Cyber.
Pay it no mind. I want you to know that I trust you.
What is this
Miriam,
game? I don't know.
and nothing
I
anyone
actually do
says
not know.
could ever sway that trust. Well, you have my thanks. It's nice to know that I have someone on my side. Zangetsu is a demon hunter from a land far to the east, perhaps even longer. His strength... Maybe it was a... well...
Shaking my head. Shaking my head in disbelief that this game is real. Oh yeah, the boats are like a bit weird because you have this startup like who thought it was like a good idea? You know, not everyone should make games. Oh, give me a save room, please. Just why don't we have like, you know, kind of like evident self, you know, save room after you kill a boss? Kick, punch. I wish I could kick the game right now. Oh my god. I don't want to know. Okay, it's like I don't care. It's so bad. It is so bad. What is this design? Who are you? Oi.
I'm not sure. Oh,
Paris.
Paris. Wow, I've never been to Spain. The name's Benjamin.
Who doesn't know Paris? Who doesn't know Paris when you're living in like England? Yeah, take it. Oh, bro just doesn't know. You are here like for a quest or so. I try to play games that, you know, I enjoy and that are not making me frustrated when I play. And I'm kind of playing like, you know, into the bit right now of like being really annoyed. But this is just not good. This is just not good. My existence is to just give a quest. I mean, we all think about it. We are all the NPCs of other people, right? You don't know Varys, the Prince of Troy +2. Very library core joke. you have a +2. We should play also. I was thinking maybe we should play strategy games. You know, I was thinking of maybe like Age of Empire, like the campaigns or things like that. What are you? What is this? What is this? You know, I log every game that I play on because... Okay, this is like mad design because when you have an enemy on a Metroidvania, they will come into range, and when you're entering their range, or they are entering, like they are close enough to you so they can attack, they will start their attack combo. But they won't touch you. The goal like of those enemies, unless they are like rushers, is not to like... And rushers don't have like a lot of weapon moves. They won't touch you so that you can react either by like attacking first or by like dodging. But those enemies, they are literally like moving during the entire animation. But when I'm attacking, I need to be static in this game. So there's literally no way you can avoid damage because you cannot stun them and they will just attack through you. Why is the painting on the other, like on other, you know, layer of the level? We just don't know. We just don't know. How much health do you have? The best defense is a good concussion. I don't know what weapon I should be playing. Oh, you have a resistance too. Okay, very good, very good. I love being cursed. It's so funny also how the game is making no... Like, at this point, should you even fight enemies? I think that this is the game where you ignore all the enemies the best you can, and like you only fight enemies when you are like at farming choke points. You're like, okay, this transition of screen is good because when I come back, the enemy is in a position where I can kill it like immediately. But because fight is like so bad, get over-leveled and then get bored. I'm not bored, I'm just like, it's bad. It's just bad. I don't know, like... There is no reliable weapon, I think, for us right now. Maybe we should get back like to the katana to have like a bit more range, but it's like they ignore me. They can move like even when I strike them with zero like what is this? What is going on in here in this fight? Like the enemy is rebounding, you know, against the geometry, and I can't do anything. Because when I attack, I am static. I'm literally static. The only way you avoid being static during an attack is by doing an air attack. But there's a cooldown. Again, maybe I should use MP, but like we don't have like... Or the MP orbs only like spawning when I'm not like at full MP? I don't know, I don't know. Okay, yes. I'm almost thinking that I will like just stop playing the game. I probably won't even log the game on backlog, probably. But you're consuming like... Can you see the animation of the whip? Okay, I'll attack and I'll jump, like I will jump. I will spam the jump button. I'm spamming the jump button just after doing like the whip attack. And can you see like the delay before I jump? She is even like putting away her whip before like the jump animation can start. This game is unplayable. This game is literally unplayable. Even with that, so I'll spam, same thing. I'll do the attack and I'll spam jump immediately. What is this? What is this delay? Unrealistic, unrealistic. A Metroidvania where you cannot... A modern Metroidvania where you cannot even like animation cancel. Are we... Have we decided that fun is not an option? Like you... If you start the animation, there's like maybe a timing for like a backdash, but you don't want to backdash because then you're like out of range for attack. Who made this game? Who decided that it was good? But this is a dagger thing with like a rapier or dagger, which we do not play. Also, by the way, no iframes, literally no iframes. I'm willing to, admit that there's obviously like an amount of like skill issues in general. But at this point, why would you go to the foreground? Oh my god. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What is he doing? Because there are some stairs and the AI is getting confused by the enemy. Level geometry is for the weak. This is so good. This is actually so good. I don't know. Should you really play? Even the dagger, it's supposed to be like the fastest thing. You still have like an animation delay until she's fully extended. And then, what can you avoid here? Because you're literally at melee range on them. They're just touching me during like the start of my animation, and like there's nothing you can do in here because you have literally no iframe and they're not pushing you back. So they're just chaining you. This is like the first rule of. There's a reason why in Metroidvania, in like when you play like Castlevania, if you touch an enemy on Castlevania 1, if you touch an enemy, you will be sent backwards. Because it gives you like some room to be able, like some distance between you and the enemy, and so that you can reposition and then attack again. I am baffled. I'm baffled. And like... I tried to use like a 2-hand weapon to see if it was enough like to like stun them, but the answer is no. They just continue to do their things. Yeah, you can play magic, but like... The MP regen is so bad that it's not worth the cost. Are we playing Magic? I wish we were playing Magic right now. Okay, so the orbs are only like spawning when you're like out of MP, but... Permanent effect. Call up the state registered in the menu shortcut with... Nobody understands what they're talking about. Someone would just say, get good. It's like... the base rationale is that like, you can beat anything by getting good at it. But I think it's very much what like Kali was saying earlier. Is that at this point, what are you offering to like the modern player? Because you could play Symphony of the Night and it's just better. Can I wall jump it? We just don't know. Very interesting. I think really is no game +2.
A demon!
Wait!
I'm a good killer, Barber.
You're probably not.
Throats or-
I'm not a cutthroat. I've never cut it.
Then what?
Cast them aside. The name's Todd.
Well,
There's a...
Or literally just to change hairstyle. Oh my god. Demon CGI Kitty. What is this gank? Dark Souls 2 like? What is this Dark Souls 2 moment? Okay, I think this is it. I think this is it for me. Like, this game is stupid. Because I just don't know where to go. Maybe like there's, you know, a way to... that is like limiting the amount of like unnatural progression that you have. Maybe that you really have to explore everything very slowly, one by one. Every time you're entering a new zone, you're exploring it entirely. The amount of, you know, enemies in that room with that type of gameplay, it is unheard of. This is unheard of. With like the slow animations literally everywhere, this is it. This is it. We're done. We're done with this game. I will never play this game again. So we can just yap a little bit, like talk about like, you know, a bit more about what's the problem in here and what we could have done to make the game like slightly better. Play Dark Souls 2. I will say that I have like a save for Dark Souls 2 that I was playing like off stream after like we finished Dark Souls 1. It's nice. It's nice, to be fair. I really don't hate Dark Souls 2. I think it's interesting. The amount of gank is also like very, very, I don't know, weird. You know that like if you have played both versions, if you have played like Dark Souls 2 and like Scholar the First Sin, you know that they have changed like a little bit. I will just go like we'll go back on the chatting scene and just like put some music back. You know that they have cable every time. They have changed the locations of the enemy and the amount of enemies that you have, and in Scholar of the First Sin, there are locations that are like a bit weird with like a lot of enemies. I remember doing like, I can't remember the name because, you know, Dark Souls 1, we finished the game like quite a while ago. Do you remember like the, when you go into the fortress and then you have like the 3 bosses at once? The 3 like knights in like this small, not small, but in this room arena, and you start like on the ledge with like one of the boss, and then you need to go down, and you have like one of them, and like, well, the second is coming, and then you have like a little bit of time before like the third joins the second one, and basically you play 2 against 1. And well, the boss was, you know, I don't think it's like the hardest boss. It kind of like requires you, I think, to be proactive on the kill, but that's not the problem. The problem is like the amount of enemy that you have to get there, because you have all those like zombies that are coming from the door, and it's literally like a straight bridge, very thin, and you cannot, the Slenderman Knights, exactly, and you cannot pass through them 100% of the time. Especially because after that, like, you need to take a route where you will find like more enemies. And if you have played like Dark Souls 2, you know that like when you kill the enemies enough time, every time you die and like you kill them again, at some point they will despawn. I think like you need to kill them between 10 and like 15 times, and they will not spawn in the game ever again. And so there's this idea of like, oh, we kind of like balance the fact that you're losing max health every time by like removing enemies when you're struggling so much with the area that it's really not fun anymore. So okay, we are just despawning them. And I don't think the system is... I think the system is pretty sound. I think it makes a lot of sense. But... it's also like... You have like those sequence when we just saw that like in this game where you have like so many enemies like in a choke point, and it just takes too much time like to get through them. And people will tell you, but you know, like Dark Souls 2, the philosophy is like you're struggling against like the base, let's say dungeon or whatever, and only when you feel like you're ready, you're like popping an effigy of humanity to gain your health back and like challenge the boss. But the thing is, some of the bosses are non-trivial, I think, and you will die against them. So you're like popping an effigy of humanity to die like against the boss, and it will be like very hard to make the most of it, because you'll be just in a state where you're back basically at like half HP or like 75% HP depending on like what you have equipped, and it's just like a situation that is caused, I think, by the amount of enemy placed on very, very bad locations. Like I run a pure dex build. We play Dark Souls, you know how I play. I play a pure dex build. And when you have like 3 enemies around you that are just attacking you non-stop and you cannot stun them because your weapon is not made to break like through the poise, it just sucks. And I don't remember what people are saying about Dark Souls 2, if like the magic build is really like overpowered in here, but at the very least, the dex build was kind of cooked. I wanted to play katana and it was like literally unplayable, because like you get the katana very late and the one you get a bit early is very slow. It's not like Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Uchi katana. It's very, very slow, and I have reverted like to the base rapier build because it's just fast and just the best in general. But I don't understand personally the idea of be it like in Dark Souls games, you know, Souls games, and in Metroidvania, the idea of like overcrowding the player with like so many enemies, because I think it just slows down the pace of progression so much that is it really enjoyable at the end of the day? So is Dark Souls 2 like a bad game? No, I think it's very interesting. I think it does a lot of things right, but yeah, enemy placements, surely that there's something here like to consider. The rapier in Dark Souls 2 is pretty OP. I think so. Like the rapier is very good. My only problem with the rapier is that your base attack is like a forward thrust, right? Obviously, it's a rapier. And what I really like about the Uchi katana is that you have like this downward, kind of like diagonal slash that is able to kind of like break through like enemies in front of you. Because if you whiff with the thrust of the rapier, then you will get punished immediately. And this is the only thing that was like a bit bothering for me, but yeah, the rapier is like so strong if you don't miss your hits. And maybe you don't miss them because you play with a lock, but because I play like unlocked, you know that I play with keyboard unlocked, there are certain situations where it can get like a bit weird. You run Dex or Dex Intelligence in Souls games. I will say I do the same. I'm probably, you know, most of the time I'm like pure Dex, and then I like sometimes I go a little bit Intelligence, but I kind of like this idea of really being specialized in one archetype. Which Dark Souls or Souls-like game do you think is a good start for a noob gamer? I would say personally, either start with Dark Souls 1 Yeah, exactly. Aesthetics first, but like if we're talking about gameplay, Dark Souls 1 is probably like a very good start. Lies of P, maybe. I've heard like good things about Lies of P. I think it looks like a good game like to start this genre. What you should like keep in mind is that the early games are very much like positional heavy. With very readable patterns of attack. Dark Souls 1, the enemies are very easy to read. They will like telegraph their attacks. You won't have a lot of distant traps, meaning like situation where if you're like at the wrong distance when they start the attack, there's no way for you to avoid them. And like a distance trap happens more on Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, for example. Because in those games they will like do very long combos, and you cannot like the combo is longer than your roll animation, your iframes, your invulnerability frames, and because of that you can like dodge the first hit of the combo, but this is a distance trap, and you will be caught by the next attack anyway if your positioning was bad at the beginning, even if you like do like the first dodge correctly. And this is like a staple of like the later games, I would say. So you can work kind of like your way chronologically by playing like the late, games, and working towards like this more arcade, more, brutal and fast-paced combat. Or you are like, I don't mind a game that is very fast-paced, and then yeah, it's like you can start with Dark Souls 3, you can start with like Elden Ring, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I would say Dark Souls 1 personally, Lies of P, or as Sigrid is saying, like everything that is appealing to you in terms of like aesthetics. If you really like the Victorian Lovecraftian aesthetics, then Bloodborne is very good, although it plays very much aggressively, because it rewards you for being aggressive. If you, I don't know, if you're more into like Japanese thing and you don't mind the very parry heavy gameplay, Sekiro is also like a good game. Maybe just putting one boss beaten as a goal. I think those are not games that are, impossible to do, even as, a beginner. Because it's mostly about like muscle memory and like learning just patterns by heart. And it's obviously a bit different, but like if you play those games for speedrun, you can like finish the game very fast without being very good at the game, because you're just learning inputs by heart. And it's basically like what you do in Souls game in general. It's like, you have one build and you just know when it's safe or not, and you react the same way at every attack that the boss or enemies are doing. So there's a lot of obviously die and try again, but I don't think that Souls game are difficult. I mean, they are more difficult on average than like a lot of other games, but they are not difficult in the sense that, you need to get good. It's like, you will get good naturally just because it relies so much on like dying and learning, but you don't have to be a genius for that. It's pretty straightforward, to be honest. What it really tests, I think, is the willingness you have to keep playing. It's like, I died again and again and again and again. Do I want to pull the boss again? Or is it too much for me and I'll drop this game? This is really, for me, like the best, well, not the best, but like the core mechanic of... It is kind of like a rhythm game. To be fair, it is like a rhythm game. I don't know how much you saw of like my playthrough on Dark Souls, but like on the difficult boss, it was basically pure rhythm game. Manus, very, very aggressive boss. It's just know you have like a safe position, a safe distance from the boss, and then you just react. you see like a pattern coming and you react the same way. Oh, I see this animation, I know that I will have to dodge like twice, and maybe there's a delay between like, well, before the second dodge. And yeah, if you're good with rhythm games, if you're good with like learning new patterns, being able to adjust your rhythm, kind of like on the fly, you will do well in Souls games, because they are really not that hard. It's really like learning a dance. Sekiro is among your favorites. I mean, again, we had this discussion when I was playing Dark Souls. I'm much more like of a dodge girl than like a parry girl. So obviously, like Sekiro was a bit weird for me because it's so parry centric. Like I don't do backstabs in Souls games. I think like it just doesn't feel right for me. I prefer like dodging and just like slashing away with like fast weapons. But yeah, I mean like you should play those games if you're like interested in the aesthetics. I think it plays like a lot into your enjoyment. You know, being able to create your character and to explore like a world that is to some extent appealing to you. I think that's the big thing of like those games. And then you have like other games, like you can play obviously like Wukong as well. You can play like Lies of P. There's a lot of different. Code Vein, you can play Code Vein. I don't think it's a good game for a lot of reasons. But you can play Code Vein. My problem with it is that it's just not well designed. There are some areas that are just like confusing for no reason, and like I played like obviously like the first game quite a while ago, I think, and the only memory that I have is like the cathedral, because it was the worst map design of all time. It was unreadable. You could like open your map, it doesn't matter. If you have played like Mother 3, you know that when you go to the Nat cave, like they are giving you a map that you can open, but like the map is literally gibberish because all the tunnels are like crossing each other in so many ways. And this is basically the thing in Code Vein. The area was unreadable, and this is the only thing I remember from the game. But I don't think it's like bad, especially if you enjoy the aesthetics. Although I felt like the aesthetics were a bit weird as well, but you know, that's personal taste. I don't speak map. But yeah, it's an interesting genre. Obviously, some people will tell you that, like, for example, Wukong is not like a Souls game. Because it's closer to like the hack and slash. So one thing also that you can do is like going through like adjacent genres. Like if you like the hack and slash, you can play Nier Automata, you can play Nier, Replicant, you can play Astral Chain, you can play Bayonetta. You have played like Devil May Cry, so you can continue with that. I think Devil May Cry 5 is also a very, very good game to get into. It's not Souls-like, it's, you know, closer to the action slasher, whatever you want to call that. But those are like also very valid, like choices, and it will give you, I think, the adrenaline of playing those type of games without the I need to put like so much time into it, because you need to learn the game, how the game is working. I think it's easier in Devil May Cry to get a hang of what you need to do versus like Dark Souls or whatever. Like our playthrough of Dark Souls 1, I think, was very fast. considering that we did everything in the game. But the average playthrough will be longer. Like you can spend easily, 50 hours into the game if you're kind of like a slow learner, quote unquote. So yeah, I don't know. I do enjoy my occasional Souls-like, I would say, but I can't do them like back to back to back. I need to do like other things. I need to do like RPGs. Like this is the type of This wasn't my first Souls like, and I played Dark Souls. Like I finished Dark Souls, not the DLC, but the base game. I did play the base game. And also, if you're used to like the later entries, Dark Souls 1 feels very easy because the bosses are very non-aggressive compared to later entries, except maybe for Manus. But like, for example, like the gargoyles was really like a pushover. When people that are playing the game for the first time will tell that it's kind of like a wall. So yeah, like my performance on Dark Souls 1 was like, should not be like taken as a baseline, because this is not how people are playing Souls game like for the first time. But yeah, at some point we'll play like another Souls game. I kind of want to play like, I don't know. One thing, I want to play like the pretty character. I want to be pretty. I want to play for glam. And this is the problem with Dark Souls, right? Your character will be ugly. And I need to find a game where I can play like, a woman, and where the game is not forcing you to be ugly for like, game mechanics. So we need to check what there is, but later, because it's really not like in the plans right now. I spend way more time in character design than in games so often. And that's kind of like the trick of like Dark Souls, because it's like, oh yeah, I made a nice character, and then you die once and you're literally like the most ugly thing of all time, and it's like it won't change until you are popping, humanity or things like that. And basically you will be ugly for the entire game. So yeah. But there are games that are okay. Like if you play Bloodborne, I think that Bloodborne, like your appearance doesn't change if you die. I think you stay the same. But also like, I need to slay monsters in style, exactly. I mean, you have like the Elden Ring, Night Rain, whatever. I don't know. I'm not the best person to ask, to be honest, about like Souls game, because I don't chase them that much. I don't play them that much, so it's hard to say. I've heard like good things from like Lies of P, the standalone DLC, whatever. It reflects the ugliness of Gwen's false word. Exactly, like there is a reason why you're like ugly. There's a reason why, your character looks like this. But if you're here like for the style, if you're here for just looking pretty, yeah, this is not exactly the type of game. Unless you like being, completely clad in armor and then you only see the armor, but this is not my style. I mean, the Souls games, I think, are very interesting lore-wise. Not exactly for, what happened exactly in the lore. Some people are very into that. I'm not that much. But I think, like, at the very least, the vibe that the world has is very interesting. It was mainly a joke, but it's also true. I mean, it is also true. That's the thing. It's like a joke, but it is true. And it's like also like the Souls game are kind of like anti-anime aesthetic, right? Anime aesthetic, like everything is pretty, you will stay pretty no matter what. Yeah, this is not this kind of game, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. In the planning, we can talk like a little bit about the type of games I want to play, like until, like before, let's say before the 2.0 model, but we need to finish like Dragon Quest, that for sure will finish like Marvelous as well. Trolls of Innocence, I do believe that it will be finished before the 2.0 model without too much like, you know, doubt. I kind of want to show you like weird. Would you do a horror game to test 2.0? We can do like a horror game to test 2.0. Let me also I'll show you like the games that I have in mind. But if I show you this, you will see my account, which is like a bit problematic, I think, because this is my other personal account. Let me check if I... Oh yeah, you can see everything. This is not very good. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll open the games one by one, like this. So I just need... And then we can stop the stream, but I'll just open a private window. Yeah, this is so annoying. Like you know, some people, some VTuber, they don't have like another persona, right? Like the VTuber persona is kind of like their first and only internet presence. But this is really not like my real life, let's say, persona is much bigger than my VTuber persona. And obviously, like everything is linked to my real life self. And it makes like things a bit awkward most of the time. Okay, so let's go to this. But obviously I don't want you anymore. You can go forever. And yeah. Okay, something like that, and you just need to be bigger. Okay, you're not a fox librarian in real life? I wonder. Okay, so what do I have in mind that I want to play? I want to play... Okay, maybe you know this game. Chop Suey. Very, very interesting game. So this is a game for, you know, little girls. And you're playing through the point of view like of a girl that is exploring the world around her, like buildings, the city, and she is seeing everything in such like an earnest and like very weird way. Can I show you that like on YouTube so you can see like how interesting it is? So this is the game. Very, very, very interesting. I really, really want to play it. It is very, very good. And I think it, you know, it kind of fits not the aesthetic of my stream and of myself, but like the aesthetic of like of chat. I think this is a very chat coded game. Very whimsical, very weird, but also very earnest. Very, very good. And so that is a game you can see here. It's a game by here, Theresa Duncan, and this is kind of like a trilogy of game. She did like other games like this, but I think Chop Suey is her most interesting one. I want to play. And not Uma Musume, but Mushroom Musume, which is kind of like a princess maker game also, but with like mushroom, the mushroom girl. So very interesting, very, as you can see, like a game with kindness, and I do agree. And I think the aesthetics are very also interesting. It's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what you see on the right. Surely nothing bad is happening in this game. So very, very good. I want to play it. On like a similar note, there's also like Krita for sale. A very weird game. That I want to play. Like you see some insane dithering. You see like a lot of famous people in the game. This is very, very weird. So really not Miyabi core, but I think this. Oh my god, he's really like cooked. Or is it like an ironic thing? Like bro is completely cooked. Very, very weird game. But I think also it's Ellie core to some extent. So I want to play that. I want to play also. Let me find it. But it was part of like what we should have done before my break in May. But I did not put that back on the planning. So the game is like The Devil's Imago. Okay, it's so. Is it not the? Okay, yeah. I won't put the sound because this is a stream. Like you're streaming this show. Nobody has like a. Maybe this is like without comment. I don't know. Well, this is not without comment. Okay, so very weird game about like. So this is set in France during the Revolution. And it's about like a statue basically, and that has been found in a village, and so it's a bit, horror adjacent. Very interesting. You truly do play games for the art. I think those are like interesting games to showcase like on stream, just because you don't play them yourself, right? Or you don't know them. And it's like, at the very least, I can try to like show you, interesting things, because like at the end of the day, you don't really need me like to see like a Dark Souls stream, right? Like you can watch it with, the, I don't know, thousands of other people that have done like playthrough of it. You can play the game yourself, but I think those games are very interesting because they are really outside of what we play usually. So very, very, interesting horror adjacent game in here. Very weird. And this is set in France, so it would be like very interesting to also talk about what happened during the French Revolution, but outside of Paris, because this is a very, very interesting topic. And I wanted to play that at some point. You could also look into PC ROM mooming games for your research. Very true, but like we are doing like the mooming stream next week, so I don't think I have the time to play like a mooming game before then. But maybe at some point we'll play a mooming game just for that. By the way, speaking of cute like mascot, there is the GBA Hamtaro games. Very, very. We have ads because I don't have my plugins on the private window. So you will not see ads on my stream. I refuse to show that to you. What are my plugins? Okay, so the Hamtaro games, very interesting, very cute. You have like the Olympic games. You have many interesting like things in here. I want to play them. I think this is very cute. This is very good for stream also. just very nice. I don't know if you know Hamtaro was a big thing for you, but it was for me, and yeah, those are like nice GBA games. What I wanted to play as well was also okay. So this is like kind of like my insane, my insane like things. This is a game where you like create like 3D objects. 3D objects by coding in Lua. So you need to replicate the shape by programming. So yeah, maybe one day, but this will be like a cooked stream. I think like literally everybody will be lost, me included. But it seems cool, so I wanted to do that at some point. There is, I'm thinking maybe of playing Moon RPG on stream. I mean, Moon RPG, we have like so many ads, it's crazy. Moon RPG, very famous title, obviously, where it's an anti-RPG. You can see that because you are just helping people. Very interesting. Something that I really want to play at some point. I will learn Lua scripting right now, and we'll be doing like some on-stream, Lua scripting competition to make like 3D objects. Did you see someone mention this on my server, or is it just a coincidence? I did not see that, but this is such a beloved game that I'm not surprised that someone has recommended that to you, and I will join them. Like, if you want to play like an interesting RPG, play Moon. This is very, very good. And everything that they did, by the way, like you have Moon, but everything that Jing did is very, very good. You also have in the games that I want to play. I don't think it's out yet, but I won't find it probably. I think it's a Chinese game. No ads on my sim. Can I have like, by the way, my plugins, or is it like impossible to have them here? Why are they not like working on like a private window? We just don't know.
I'm not really sure what the game.
Okay, this is a weirdo again with the ad. This is crazy. YouTube, imagine like not having an ad blocker on YouTube. Very weird. I don't know what it is. RPG Maker game that I really want to play. I think the title is very interesting for like a Chinese game. So yeah, it is late. You need to sleep. Well, have a good night. It was very, very good to have you here for, an extended period of time. Rest well, and I'll see you at some point. So yeah, interesting. I wanted to play maybe. I need to stop touching my mic. I need to stop touching like the cable of my mic because it's making my model like bug. There has been the Atelier. Is it a Steam release? I think it is on my Steam wish list, so it must be released on Steam. So there is the Atelier game, the first Atelier game that had a remake, kind of like chibi style, but I want us to play like on the original version, kind of, because I think it has more charm. Okay, so that's like the game on the original version. It has not been translated officially back then, the PS1 version. But yeah, that is a very interesting game. I don't know if you know the Atelier series, well, you know what to expect. But it's just very cute, taking care of your shop and so on. So very interesting game I want to play. also. And I had well, I don't know. There is like an NES game called like Uninvited. Is that Naruto? What is she talking about? A weirdo game like on the NES, kind of like adventure pill that I want to play. You know, you can recognize this very ADV style of gaming. So this is something maybe we'll play at some point. I do believe that it's not as good as Shadowgate. Yeah, we're just too slow. I don't know. Shadowgate is kind of like the same thing. Can we stop with that? Can we stop with that? This is what I get for not using my... so Shadowgate is kind of the same thing, but you can see that it's kind of like fantasy peeled. So yeah, and maybe we'll play some point and clicks at some point. So I have like an entire list of like interesting games. Like I have many more on the list. I just don't know what we'll play. We have a lot of choices, but I want to go like for the weirdo games. You know that I like to mix things up between longer games that are kind of like mainstream to some extent, and like shorter one session games that they have to be weird. We're here for the weirdness. I think like the cosmology of Kyoto stream was very interesting because it was kind of like very weird, very, you know, outside of what people usually play. And if then you're interested in like this game and you want to play it like on your stream or by yourself, then I think like I've done my job basically. So maybe we'll play like educational games also. You gotta share the gold. Very true. Like we can play also like this. So the Réunion des Musées Nationaux is like this is like an official group where like well, national museums in France have like gathered together to like do some collective projects. And back then in the 90s, like one of the big projects was creating a lot of games that are educational games. And you had like a lot of very interesting thing. So like this game is just like the daily life in Versailles as a game. And I think that is quite interesting because we could yap about a lot of things. I just need to check what games are translated in English because not everything was. But yeah, there is to show you like how weird this is and how like big the thing was in France. Oh my god, they love their Wix thing. It's the worst site to create like a website. This is madness. So this is one of the educational game that we had. Croisade, so Crusades. And can you believe it? It's part FMV. It's part FMV game. So you really have like, I think those very interesting like backgrounds that are kind of like painting inspired. I think you can really see it. Like there's a market at some point, and you can really see it. I don't know if I can show it. If I can find it. But this works as well. You have like this beautiful like inspired. I don't remember if it's it has to be like a painting, like an you know, real painting from that time. Maybe not from that time, but like, and you have like characters overlaid in FMV like in front, and I think this is very, very, very interesting. Very interesting educational games that are kind of like, you know, blending different medias together in an interactive format. And I really want to show that there are obviously games that I think are very interesting. The problem is that they have not been translated in English at all. It's so niche that I cannot even find it like in here. This is a bit crazy. I can't find the game. I just cannot find the game. Okay. And maybe this is also because I'm not logged in, so like the actual like algorithm is completely cooked. My god, YouTube is the worst thing to, you know, explore without like having ad blockers or whatever. Lost media, it's not lost media. I mean, I can probably show you like not on here, but like on, you shouldn't see that by the way, because I hate this. Oh my god, it's literally impossible to use I don't know how to write. Okay, you. And here we can't find this, I believe. So this is, oh, this is just Encore. This is not Encore what? Or maybe so. Maybe I can find the game by just typing that. Okay, this is the game. This is the game.
Suryavarman II, bâtisseur d'Angkor Wat, Yashovarman
French moment.
et Jayavarman VII, le roi des rois. Je me souviens d'un mot qui revenait sans cesse dans sa bouche et qui illuminait son visage.
Very good French, by the way.
C'était le nom des danseuses divines sculptées sur les murs des temples. Apsara. Il prononçait ce nom.
And so this game is basically like the main character is going to Cambodia and is going on a sort of pilgrimage in like the footsteps of his father, that was also on the footsteps of like writers, you know, a century ago, traveling through Cambodia and describing the culture. And so you have like this thing where you're playing like different point of views, like you're alternating between the point of view of like the current day traveler, the point of view of like the king, and the point of view like of a dancer that is, you know, working for the king. And this is just like a travel throughout like Cambodia, and you're discovering culture and stuff. There's kind of like an encyclopedia, as we saw also on like cosmology of Kyoto. And yeah, this is like very, very interesting. And those type of games were like very big in France at some point. Like we did output a lot of educational games because we had like funding to do so. And this has kind of like dried up in the mid 2000 for reasons that would be too long to explain here, let's say. And we don't do that anymore. Like if you think about French games nowadays, there's basically nothing. People will tell you about Clair Obscur, maybe about like Rayman, but this is basically it. Like we don't have this big tradition of like making games anymore. But back then it was crazy, and you had like a lot of things that were like actually exported to other countries. And I want to explore that a little bit on stream because you don't see them a lot. Non-French VTubers and like streamers will not showcase those type of games because they don't know them. And I think that in general, you don't have a lot of French people that are streaming in English. You have like, you know, French Canadian people but they don't have the same. We don't have the same culture, so they won't exactly showcase those type of games. And I think I want to feel that. I think like I don't remember the name of the quote unquote famous like French VTuber that is streaming in English most of the time. But yeah, we don't see those things a lot on the internet, unfortunately. French mainly gives me animation. Or you think you mean that you think about animation when you like think of France? Or am I misunderstanding what you're talking about? Animation and movies. Yeah. I would say so. I mean, like our animation, we had a lot of very interesting things. Like, for example, the mysterious cities of gold. I don't know if you have seen this series. Well, the first season, obviously. We are not, again, encouraging like AI use, obviously, in here. But this is like peak French Japanese collaboration. And we had like this tradition, I think, of animation that kind of disappeared because like there has been like a turn towards like 3D. But this is like a whole situation with like culture being like slowly defunded in France. You don't see that many videos on YouTube that talk about European animation. It's all American focused. And you have so many interesting things like in Europe, and like there's such a big diversity of things in Europe. So yeah, it's very sad that like the internet is on average very American focused. So this was actually my favorite series when I was a kid. Because I don't know, I really enjoyed this idea of like, oh, traveling towards the new world and all, very good morals, really interesting in terms of like adventuring other lands, and the dub was just very good. There has been a second season made by like only the French. I've not watched it, but it's also in 3D, so I was like, it's kind of cooked. Especially when we had so many Japan-European collaborations. I mean, can we stop about with that? I mean, literally next week we'll be talking about like Moomin. We'll be talking about Moomin. So like the Japanese-European like collaboration, this is like a big thing we'll explore. Because there's also like this whole how please use Google, okay. The World Masterpiece Theater, right? That is in Japan basically like a series of like anime that were made by collaborating or at least using famous series, famous like novels or children's stories from Europe mostly. And this is like a very, very big thing. Like we had like so many interesting, anime in that. And this was really like a thing to open the Japanese public into learning more about Europe. And well, we'll talk about that like next week, but Mooming is really into that. Like the way Mooming entered Japan is just crazy. It's just like, oh yeah, we are making just a series about like Mooming. And the popularity was just like unmatched. Like Mooming right now is the second, I mean, Japan is the second home of Mooming in the world. It's accounting for almost like half of all the revenues that Mooming is making worldwide. it is such a big thing in Japan, and we'll explore that next week, obviously. But yeah, I do agree with you. I do agree with you. This is a very interesting topic. Like we should get into. Like, unfortunately, I'm not that much anime peeled nowadays. I'm more manga peeled, but we could talk about like that for hours. And yeah, that's basically like the point, I think, of the stream, is trying to especially because we are like doing in English, we're talking in English, right? It's to extract ourselves from the US hegemony. I think we all basically live outside of the US, and there are many interesting things to showcase that is not like American peeled, and that's nice. That I think that's nice to show that. But yeah. Anyway, that is basically all for today. We will not be playing Bloodstained again. I'm not even sure I will finish Bloodstained on my own. If I do, it will be with a guide to know where I need to go in order. But my opinion, I think, was pretty clear during the stream. I think this is completely cooked. This is genuinely completely cooked. For like structural reasons, and also because of the lack of polish that makes the experience just very adverse to like player progression. The animation lock is not something that you should have in your game in the modern era, when everybody is doing better and everybody knows that like what we want in like Metroidvania is kind of like fast-paced arcade gameplay that is rewarding the player for taking risk. Here you have to play in such like a conservative way that it just doesn't make sense in the modern era, especially when the enemies are so aggressive. But anyway, that is enough on Bloodstained. So thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope that despite like, you know, my frustration, it wasn't too weird to watch. I'm always a bit self-conscious when I play games that are not very good, or especially games that I do not enjoy playing, because I don't think it's the best experience to see on stream. I know that there is a whole it's funny to see you rage a little bit, but I think it was kind of cooked. Enjoyed being here regardless, and I do enjoy having you here every time. So thank you for being here. Anyway, on Friday we are continuing. We're here for the games. I mean, we can, even if you're here for me, we can play good games, or games that are interesting, I think. But yeah, on Friday we are continuing Trials of Innocence. We won't finish the game because we are only at the first day of the trial, but hopefully it will be nice. I believe in all my heart. Just can you yeah, we are probably not raiding tonight anyway, I think. So okay. Thank you so much for today. I'll see you next time, and bye-bye.